Alright guys, so here we go. Peppermint Cookie, our latest support, who is going to be in the rear position here as well. And you guys can see the base stat is not too high. We didn't get too lucky and we got 4-star promotion here. But here we go. Freshness of the Sea is the skill that they have. 17-second cooldown. Pretty long for a support skill here. Alright, Peppermint Cookie blows the conch shell or conch shell to summon the Peppermint Whale. The refreshing sound of the shell heals the team, increase their damage resist, and debuff resist. Peppermint Whale creates a wave, dealing water-type damage to the enemies in front of it, and also heals the allies for an amount equal to a portion of damage dealt. Fresh water brought by the whale covers the team with an HP shield, and Peppermint Cookie will briefly become resistant to interrupting effect while using the skill. Alright. So you guys can see healing is 170% of the attack. That is going to be a burst heal. That's a one-time heal right there. We have debuff resist 35% for 15 seconds. Damage resist for 14.5% for 15 seconds. HP shield blocks damage equal to 15% of max HP for 5 seconds. We have Peppermint Wave damage, which is 607.4% of the attack. And Peppermint Wave healing heals HP equal to 95% of the damage dealt. Healing is capped at 200% of Peppermint Cookie's attack. Alright, so right now if it's capped, it's going to be around 78,000. Alright, that's pretty much what the healing can max at. Alright, but the thing was, it's 607.4% of the attack. It's not that much, and also on if you guys do consider the damage resist and things like that, it's not that much of a damage. But here we go. Let me show you guys the skill and such inside of the world exploration first. Alright guys, so because of the fact that we have the rally skill, extra water type damage, alright, here is the skill here. Alright, and then there was that healing as well. It's not too bad, but there's also the thing, there's a little delay in the skill going on to cooldown here. The auto attack is a little bubble right there. If you guys look at that little bubble. Okay, there's that. And here comes Sea Fairy skill. And yeah, it's just a generic right now, support skill. But the thing is now that Water-Element has been added, right? So we have that. All right. There's a little shield. And yeah, I mean, it's basically very similar to what Snapdragon does, kinda, in a way. Except we don't have the consistent healing, and we don't have the stun resistance. We just have the debuff and the stun or the damage resist buff, and the extra burst heals that we're getting, right? And just the difference is that Peppermint does damage and has the water type element to it, right? So there's that. But let's go into the arena. Let's kind of see the amount of healing that Peppermint is able to do with the 4-star promotion that they have right now. Alright guys, so here we go. We got Pattaya as well as Hollerberry, Sea Fairy, as well as Rockstar and Peppermint. Alright, we have the water damage here. And the toppings right over here. This is what we're using right now. We have the Full Swift Chocolate. And against the Shining Glitter, let's see how well we do. Alright, here we go, guys. Got the Rockstar. We got the little shield coming through. Except for the fact that they have Zap, right? The shield is useless with the Zap. Right, but we have the debuff resist. We have the, damage resist as well here. Right, and then we have crit down by, Hollerberry. All right, but here comes the 1 minute mark here, which is going to be the part where you're going to see the most damage take place. All right, and you can see that Sea Fairy, not very good damage. And then now Peppermint died first, all right, which made it so that Sea Fairy can't take the revive. All right, so right now, in my opinion, with how the arena is right now, it's kind of hard to take advantage of everything that Peppermint is able to do. Alright, but let's try it out with now Black Pro instead. Alright, there we go. Now we have Black Pro in here. Alright, so let's go. Alright, with the damage resist buff as well as the rare scroll, let's see if we can survive the attack speed comp. All right, here we go. Now we have the HP shield as well here, right? So we have all that we're able to survive the attack speed comps damage with. Ooh, barely survived, but we did survive. Okay, now it's gonna come down to the 1 minute mark as well for us to survive again. All right, here comes the heal. You guys saw that burst heal though? That burst heal is pretty darn good. All right, from Peppermint. So here comes another burst heal. You saw that burst heal again. Of course, it got kind of, you know, swiped to death by Madeline, but the burst heal is not too bad. Okay. It is slightly stronger than what you will see from Parfait's as of right now, but Parfait does have the burst heal and then also the continuous heal as well. So there's that. And here we go. Healing about 10 million. All right. As well as 11 million coming out from Rockstar. So again, Peppermint is right now at 4-star promotion against some of the ones that are like 5-star Ascension and 2-star Ascension here, 5-star Ascension here. So it's not too bad against certain cons, but definitely with the long cooldown as of right now for Peppermint, it is a little bit harder to you know, utilize, especially with it being a burst heal. It's kind of like Cream Puff, right? It's kind of like Cream Puff because Cream Puff also did have a longer cooldown. It kind of was harder to use. But the good thing about Peppermint, we have the damage resist, debuff resist, as well as shield. And also on top of that, it is an instant heal rather than Cream Puff, who has like a slight delay as well. All right, guys, against my defense team here, the Stardust team again. Let's see how well the Peppermint does here. All right, guys, there we go. So here's the thing. So because of the fact that we have the legendary Rock Spirit as well as the Curse Protection, even though we have some of the Sign of the Star for some of them, like Pataya is still able to get the damage resist buff as well as the HP shields and everything like that. All right. But here comes the 1 minute mark. Here comes the burst heal from Peppermint. Slight extra burst heal right there too, but Rockstar did die. All right, but the enemy's Rockstar and Stardust also did die. So Peppermint is not bad. All right, but again, it's just really going to come down to do you have Parfait at Ascended? Do you have Snapdragon, who is high promotion? If that is the case, you might be just better off using those cookies instead, right? It's essentially almost the same thing. The only difference right now is that Peppermint is going to be burst healing 2 times and then just providing the buff, while Parfait is able to provide other buffs and then also continuous heal, burst heal, and then Snapdragon is able to do that but without having to die off. So there are those kind of things that you guys have to take into consideration if you guys are planning to invest in Peppermint or not. So in my opinion, I don't think there's any rush to go and promote Peppermint Cookie to a high promotion unless you guys have the spare crystals and spare EXP star jellies and everything like that to, you know, use for the Hall of Encounter missions. I would say those are the only thing that, you know, kind of would be the main reason why you might want to pull for Peppermint. But if you already have someone like, you know, again, if you already have someone like Parfait leveled up with the Magic Candy, you already have Snapdragon leveled up, then you might be able to, you know, just kind of skip out on like pulling a ton on Peppermint as of right now. So that's what I would like to say for the first initial review of Peppermint.